quick, and we're gonna jump right in. And if you need to grab your CBD, take a couple drops, go for it. But the thing I love about this time of year, it was actually Catherine's start day was Thanksgiving Day in network marketing, and so it's very very special to us. I'm gonna go ahead and mute those lines. It's very special to us, and just understand, don't underestimate the power of this season to bring on some of your most amazing team members. Okay, but I have to say, right now, there's people on my roof putting lights up, so I keep thinking it's Santa, and there's all kinds of distractions that are trying to, come at us. And so we just need to take a deep breath and understand that right now, this is your time. This next hour, you get to completely just zone into changing lives. That's what we do. It's the power of Trinant is to transform life. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get into the motion together. And I love these power hours because I always learn something. I always take something away from this. But essentially, what we want to do is we want to focus in our energy completely on promoting for the event tonight. So, as you know, in 1 hour and 56 minutes on the same Zoom link, we're going to be opening the doors to guests to see the opportunity. There's going to be $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. So there's a lot of layers to being able to kind of leverage this information to make some strategic invites. Now, you may be brand new in Trinant, and this is like your first time doing anything like this. I want to congratulate you. You might be a seasoned Trinanter. I want to congratulate you for showing up in your business. But all of us combined are going to get into the zone. We're going to get into the invitation. And I think that, one of the most powerful things about this is, and by the way, I want to give everyone permission to start. Okay. You don't have to listen to me talk. You can start just inviting right now, because what we want to do is, as you send out those invites, as you get confirmed guests for tonight, I want you to actually be putting those in the chat. We're going to be celebrating the no's and the yeses. Okay. And so this is going to be amazing. So basically, last minute invites are the most powerful force, I think, honestly. Like, people, especially this season, this week, for us Americans down here, things are crazy. And so what's so exciting is to be able to ask someone, hey, what are you doing in an hour? What are you doing in a couple hours? Can actually open the door for something really amazing. Now, there's going to be a couple categories of the invite. There's going to be the person who you've never talked to before. Okay. So I want to give you permission to reach out to the person you've never talked to before. Like, this is their first exposure. I can personally guarantee that this overview is going to be fire. Okay. Like, first off, this pairing with red diamonds has never happened before. So it's going to be pretty epic. And I got to say, that's going to be a beautiful thing for your guests to really understand the power of Trinant tonight. So then you're going to have people that you've maybe invited in the past and haven't had a chance to have them hop onto a live Zoom. The cool thing about being able to use this time as a follow-up mechanism is you have that Amazon gift card leverage point, which is kind of makes it sweetens the deal, right? And then, of course, 3, you could use this as a second exposure to get someone in front of the information in a fresh way they've never seen before. So I don't care who it is, this is going to be a fresh way to see this information. And so really, my recommendation would be to start digging into the invites now. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I'm so excited that we actually get to do this here. I'm going to make sure that I can real quick. There is let's see if I can go to Facebook. There's a timer that I'm going to set. In these first 10 minutes, we're just going to send out as many invitations as humanly possible. Okay. So before I set the timer, I want you to know that greatness lives inside of you. And a little bit of posture and a little bit of excitement through your vocal cords speaks so much louder than the words that you choose to use. Okay. The important thing about an invite is that there's energy behind it. Okay. I want to be moved. If someone's inviting me to something, I want to feel that in the messaging. And so my favorite way to invite is to do a bit of a voice memo. Now, there's going to be different varieties of styles, and really, most importantly, you don't want this to sound robotic. You want it to be you, right? It's got to be you. And so if there's some really snazzy invites that you've had success with, please feel free to drop those in the chat so that others who are watching can kind of go, oh, I can use that. But for me, my favorite and most successful way to invite is through that voice memo feature, guys. It's amazing. And what I'll usually do instead of sending like a big old voice memo up front with no context after having not talked to this person for 3 years, I'll say, hey, crazy question. And then I'll send a less than 1 minute voice memo. Okay. So just, there's all kinds of best practices out there, but I think that that can be one of the most powerful ways to start up a conversation out of the blue with no context. Now, the question is, well, what do I, what do I say? Well, my favorite thing is to always say, hey, crazy question. What are you doing in a couple hours? I know this is super last minute, but I immediately thought of you when I heard about this project. And I like to use the word project, not business or opportunity, because those are trigger words. And then say something like, you're someone who I have a lot of respect for. And I just think that if you were to see this information, it would totally change the game. Sometimes I'll add hey, I am launching a new project with some super successful friends of mine, and I immediately thought of you, and I just wanted to see if you could join me to learn about some amazing information, something to that effect. I think that there is power in the compliment. When you can say something authentic to the person in front of you, love on them a little bit. Hey, I want to catch up with your family. I know the question often comes up in these power hours, like, what do I do if I haven't talked to them in forever? And you know what? It's okay because like you got to break the ice somehow. So sometimes I'll acknowledge that. I'll be like, Bob, man, like listen, like we got to catch up. I got to figure out how the family's doing. But right now something came up, and there's a really really exciting moment happening here in an hour and a half. Crazy question. Would you hop on a Zoom with me? Thank you guys, by the way, for throwing in these ideas into the chat. But again, one of the most powerful things about this moment in time, where we have these minutes ahead of us to work together, don't overthink this. I still believe in that old school saying, which is like, some people have feelings about this. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So get over the whatever you think they might think and just do it, And I think after my first few invites, okay, it gets so much easier. Okay. So just get through that barrier and just get into that motion of it. And remember to smile when you're leaving voice memos, because that actually transmits energy as well. Okay. So those are just a few tips. Now, setting the timer. The timer is going. Where do we find these people that we might want to share with? Well, there's a couple different places. You could go super old school and just dig into your contacts and go through A, B, and C in your contacts list on your phone. You'll be able to find people that you might not have talked to since before COVID. So the contacts list on the phone, a little old school, but hey, it's been really effective for me. Another is obviously your Facebook friends list. And I think that this is a great thing to do. If you've been active on social media and you've got stories that have been active, you can go in and see who's been watching your stories, who isn't a part of Trinot yet, and maybe make that invitation because they've got your eyeballs on your stuff right now. But one of the things that I just found out is we can actually go to our friends list on the Facebook app, press the friends button under the menu. So if you go down to menu and you click friends, there's going to be a little green dot there. They just added this feature. I feel super snazzy. It's actually, I don't know, it might have been there for a minute, but it shows for me, I've got 645 people online. When I click on that button, it shows me who is online right now. And you know what's cool is there's a little messenger button right there, where if I scroll down here and I'm looking and I'm seeing people who are online, that little green dot tells me they're looking at their phone right now. I'm going to be able to just click that little messenger button and it brings up my conversation with them. Then boom, you've got now, however many people who are looking at their phone right now are more likely to actually check their phone because they're online. So, okay, those are just a few tips. Hope you're stoked like I am. Tina, I would love, I don't know if you've got any like little things you want to just, sprinkle on that.
No, but first of all, are you guys enjoying Geoff? Isn't he so amazing? He's one of those guys, he's just so easy to listen to. I just do anything you say. Just the sound of your voice just makes me work. But guys, seriously, don't be afraid to send the message. You never know. Sometimes you get in your head about it being how you feel and like you feel icky or you feel spammy. And when you can shift your mindset to this can truly change their life the same way it changed mine, the same way it changed Geoff's. You are doing them a favor by telling them and a disservice by making it about how you feel instead of sending the message. And so just send the message. Guys, the very worst thing that can happen is they tell you no or they ignore you, but you still planted the seed because I said no for 18 months and then I finally said yes. So even a no really isn't a no. So go send the messages. We'll give you some more fun stuff here in a little bit. I think that Geoff is going to set a timer, but just go send some messages. Invite them to get on. Everybody wants to win a $100 Amazon gift card, including me. So make sure that you're sending the messages, letting them know about that. And also, too, you guys, I have a friend that owns a weight loss clinic where they sell GLP-1 medications, and she has never been busier in her life. Why am I telling you that? Because people want a GLP-1 solution, and we're going to be talking about GLP-1 on this opportunity presentation. The only way they're going to know that you offer a GLP-1 solution is if you tell them about the opportunity presentation and get them on tonight.
Wow, that's so good. Thank you for those pointers. Like, I love that. Yes, the timer has been set. Let's get into motion here. What I like about this quick invite process is you can't overthink it and you can't send a really long message. Okay, so just keep it simple, keep it exciting. It could be as simple as just talking about that $100 Amazon gift card, just like she said. And again, when people ask me, they're like, well, what do I do if I'm struggling with the invite? It's usually because you're not leveraging their why or making that bridge of connection stronger. So just maybe focus on that a little bit. If you know why they would do turn on, integrate that into the invite. Hey, I finally found a way for you to retire early. Boom, like whatever it is. So way to go. I know I got someone who asked in the chat here, like, what do I do if I've been getting ghosted a lot. And I don't know. I love someone in one of these power hours was like, just send them a ghost emoji with like the eyes that look to the left or whatever. Just leave it at that. And usually what I've gotten from that is like either they just double ghost, which is like it's fine. You have that, you have permission to do that. Or they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, da 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 da, And so just don't sweat it. And Tiffany, the web link for the overview is the same exact link. And I can drop that in here as well. Copy link, sent. Kylie, 100%. I'm sure there's some memes you could send. It's about making it funny. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So let's jump in to this. And I'm gonna choose the contact list and I'm gonna start sending some messages. The thing I like about sending a text voice memo, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if this is the true with Android, but the thing I like about it is it disappears once they've listened to it. So anyway, it's just kind of fun to have that. Kim, good question. The Amazon gift card is for the guests tonight who joined the Zoom. The associates on the Power Hour are eligible to win a special prize. Do you want to talk about that, Tina, real quick? Should we just let them know what they're getting?
Yes. So I'm giving away the coveted Trinot Stanley mug, you guys, just for you guys being on here. We're going to do it at the end. Geoff has got it all lined out on how it's going to be done. So, don't get off because it's going to be at the very end, and get excited because, first of all, these things are insanely popular. And you're going to get one that says Trinite on it. I'm going to get it in the mail to you tomorrow. So, you are going to have it very, very quickly. So, hang on and get excited. Start sending the messages. What's really, and do us a favor. This will make it a lot more fun. As you're sending messages, just type in the chat, sent one. When someone responds, got a response. Like, that's the reason we do the power hour, so we can be interactive and doing it together. And so just let us know as you're sending them, as you're getting responses. And again, Geoff already said, don't get in your head if people ignore you or ghost you, guys. It's fine. It isn't a reflection of you. It's just a reflection that person that exposes them to the Trinot opportunity. And so that means that you're going to get ghosted a few times. It's okay. How many times have you been ghosted, Geoff?
Plenty of times, enough to make millions in the industry. So,
Right.
how it is it's a part of the process for all of us, and you just have to know it is their processing that you're coming up against. It doesn't actually have much to do with you. So
Yep.
I
And
agree.
I see Janet sending voice clips. I see Shelly sending voice clips. Judy sending voice clips. I can just see who's on my screen right now. Congratulations, ladies, on sending the messages. I see Ashley. Not only is she sending voice clips, she's doing it with a baby in her lap. That's how it's done.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I see Megan. I see you too. Okay, and Tracy got a big fat no. Congratulations. That's awesome. And we're just going to move right on through that not now comment that they made. Awesome. Thanks for dropping it in the chat, everyone. This is great.
And if someone tells you not right now, or that they're busy, say, okay, would it be okay if I sent you the replay link after it's over? That gives you a reason to get back in their inbox later.
Absolutely. Also, a lot of these messages might get seen over the next hour and a half. Okay. And we're going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it, but Tina's going to talk about a little bit later what happens when they respond after the overview. And that is going to just set you up for even more success. Good job, everyone. Letitia, no, we're actually going to be inviting them into the overview happening on this link in an hour and a half. So, oh, there's that timer. Okay, so I know we've been kind of throwing this in the chat a little bit, but I'd love if you could just give an updated number of how many invites you've sent out. That would be amazing. We're giving one $100 Amazon gift card away. Tia, thank you. Good question.
And
Can I
don't
just say
forget-
one thing?
Oh,
Do you have
oh.
any tips where like I don't actually find I send more invites on these type of work ones? It's like a lot less work done because it's hard for me to do it. I get distracted easily. So do you have any tips about that? Because I've tried it lots of times and I always get less done.
Okay, so what I would do is I would probably just turn the volume down on your computer and do your own timer. If you get distracted like that, I would just block it out and just get it done. And also know that we're going to be closing it up here in about 35, 40 minutes
Well,
anyway.
I'm sure it's because I have fibro and brain fog and the products help a lot, but it's still not always easy.
Right. Yeah, but you're doing it. So I love that. Good job. Christine's coming in with 35 invites. It's cool. It's cool. Like, I love that. Epic. Frank, way to go. 3 and 1 confirmed. I love these. Beth
What
is
I was
in.
going to say, don't forget, you guys, all of these amazing giveaways we're doing for gathering customers and signing up associates. And so use this for a couple of ways, not just for yourself. It's so easy for us to get excited. Like, how many of you seen the Peloton or the $1,000 cash prize and you're like, it's mine. I want it. Holy cow. Right? Now, I want you to win them, but what I really want you to do is I want you to think about this from a marketing standpoint, and I want you to use this as a tool to bring people into the business now. Why should they join you now? Why should they join you during the holiday season? Because now they can join you in business and they have the same opportunity as you to win these prizes by gathering customers and gathering associates. So you can get them into the business, help them get their 6 and 2. That's going to get them entries for this amazing contest that we're doing. Okay. So use it as a marketing strategy. Don't keep this goodness to yourself. You need to be shouting it loud and proud, whether you're using stories, reels, lives, post on social media, in people's inbox as well. I'll be using that as a tool in the inbox of people that you've already been talking to. When you join right now, you have the opportunity to win and list the number of things that are on the table for them to win, because I'm telling you, it is a marketing asset for you to be letting them know about those things.
Well, he should know better.
All right. So for everyone tuning in, Robin, we're inviting guests to come see the overview in an hour and a half. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Same link. Yes, Nicole, great question. If they can't come tonight, Tina's going to be teaching how to promote the replay here in just a little bit. We're just going to spend a little bit more time sending out these invites. I love it. You guys, way to rock all these invites. Holy moly. I think collectively, we're going to have so many invites sent out. Oh, I hope this Zoom room has room for everyone on it, Tina.
Hey, Robin, it's going to be the same Zoom link as this that you got on for this. Let me find the number and I'll send it to you.
Oh, I'll just go. I got it. I'll send
Okay.
it right now. Here we go.
Kelly got a yes. Congratulations. Okay, so let me see who said this. I'm going to give you guys. So Tracy says she got 4 no's. It's not her day. Honey, that is your day. Let me be very, very clear. It is definitely your day when you get no's. I don't know if you were on whenever I said this. I said no consistently for 18 months. Imagine if the girl who I had told no to for 18 months straight had given up on me. Right? Aaron Parker said no to me for 1 whole year. For 1 year, Aaron Parker said no to me. Kylie Rigler said no for 4 months. A no is an incredible thing because A, they're talking to you, right? The next message you send is, do you want me to send you the replay? Or you could say, do you want me to follow up with you with any sales that we do or limited time offer on flavors? There's always a reason that you can message them again, I promise you. I love that. You got someone to say yes to a replay. Congratulations. That's so good. You're just keeping that door open, that line of communication open. And I did see someone say, please stop bothering me. And this is what I do whenever I do. It's rare that someone's rude, but I just want to tell you how to handle that. First, don't take it personal. How many of you have ever had a bad day and you took it out on someone that had nothing to do with how your day went? Raise your hand, right? Oh, wait, all of us, right? So don't take that personal and just send them a smiley face back and you just be the bigger person and just understand that that reaction had nothing to do with you.
Mm. Oh, Marcy. God, she's getting, I love it. It's like getting a golden star. No. uh, that's happened to me too, Marcy. So don't even, again, like Tina said, you can't take that personally.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
good.
I
I thought it was funny because I'd been talking to this person and I just went to send her another message and it said it doesn't go through, and it gave me the red thing, and I went and looked, and at the bottom of my thing it says you can't send this person messages. Not good.
It's awesome. Oh, geez, Kylie. Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yay, Vicky, congratulations. Oh, Brenda, that's so good. 2 yes for the replay. So one of the things I hope this makes you see as you're on here working with others is that there's power in numbers, right? There's power in jumping on these power hours, and we offer them all the time. And while every one won't be for you, meaning the time won't fit for your schedule or whatever that may look like, make a decision that you're going to jump on X number a week. Maybe it's 1 a week. Maybe it's 2 a week. Whatever it is that you can confidently work in your schedule and it not overwhelm you. But these are such powerful ways for you to work for 1 solid hour uninterrupted.
Mhm. Deborah, it's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday. Same link. Oh my gosh, Rhonda, 100%. Like, I learn every time we do these. It's so cool.
You know, another place I learn a lot is on the opportunity presentations. Every time I get on one with Geoff and he's talking about the products because of his in-depth knowledge of the products and every ingredient and what that ingredient does, I take away something every single time I listen to him that I then use in my spiel when I'm talking about that product. So another great thing to do is you don't have to, I mean, if we all try to get on every opportunity presentation each week, we wouldn't have anything else we could do with our time. But maybe jump on a different one each week where you're learning from a different person presenting, and just you can hear their style, you can hear the things that they say, you can take little notes, and it's going to make you a better presenter the day that you decide to step up and present.
I love that. And what Jennifer Dowd taught me this. She was like, well, I'm not sure if she just being her taught me this. I can't remember, but I got it from her. Write down every question the presenter asks the audience. And that will help you design your own portfolio of like how to actually share the information. It's very powerful to do that.
Oh, that's good. She hasn't taught me that one. I'm glad I heard you say that.
It's like, oh, there's a lot of questions that she asked. Oh.
Okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that you can do after the presentation is over. Now keep messaging, this is recorded. Okay, you're going to get the recording, so don't worry, but I do want to share with you the importance of after the presentation's over. I don't want you just the presentation to end and you're like, oh, I did my job, I can go relax now. Really, the actual work comes in after the presentation is over. So first things first, it's really going to be important if you can, if your schedule allows for you to be on the presentation, for you to be on and for you to be very active in the comments of the presentation. And here's why. If Geoff invites me to a presentation and I get on the presentation and I don't see Geoff, I'm going to be like, oh, well, I'm here. Where's he? Right? Now, if you can't be on because you're working, driving, kids' sports, whatever that might look like, just say, hey, listen, you be on this. I'm not going to be able to be on because of XYZ, but I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. And I'm going to follow up with you as soon as it's over. But if you can be on, the power of that is, and they see you in the comments, you like if Geoff's talking about Mojo and you're like, oh my gosh, Mojo changed my life, or someone's talking about the DHS, oh, it helped my sister lose 6 pounds, or you just want to be very active in the comments, sharing while the presentation is going on. It's going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to add value to the presentation itself. Number two, it makes you look like the leader that you are because you're present and you're showing up, okay? People, like I teach this all the time, people like to follow people with the flashlight that know where they're going. If you are the one in the comments with the flashlight highlighting all the things that are being talked about, then people are going to want to follow you where you are going. Okay, so be on there and be super active in the comment section of the chat section. Okay. Number 2, after the presentation is over, if it's me, I'm just going to tell you what I do. Okay. If time allows, and I realize with kids and jobs and all the things that this could vary some, but if you can do it immediately, if not, do it when you can. But if you can do it immediately, you want to take your list of people that you've seen on there. So if Becky, Megan, Bailey, Angela, and Debbie were 5 of the people that you brought on, you write their names down that you've seen them present on the actual opportunity presentation. Those are going to be the first 5 people that you follow up with. And it's going to be one simple question, okay? What did you like best? That's it. What did you like best? You're going to get them leaning into what it is that they liked best about that opportunity presentation, okay? And then, again, I'm just making up a scenario, but we're just going to pretend like Becky says, you know, I really like that part where that girl, Nicole, was sharing how, you know, she had done this before and didn't ever think she'd do it again. And here she is doing it again. And she's already earned a $2,500 bonus this month. Like, man, that would really help me. You know, whatever it is, you're just going to lean more into that, right? Okay, so what would it take to get you started right now? If you didn't know, tonight's the last night you can get free enrollment, right? We're going to lean heavy into the free enrollment thing for you on the opportunity presentation, but that's another thing that you can say to them in the inbox. But you really want to lean into what it is that they like best, whether it's a product or whether it's an opportunity. So let's pretend it's a product. I'm going to give you a kind of a 2-step thing that I like to do. Let's just say they're like, man, that Mojo, that sounds like a product I really need. This is what I would say next. Okay, so Becky, listen, we can do this one of 2 ways. One, I can just send you a link directly to that product and you can get that ordered. Now, if you're someone who likes to save money over the long term, I can actually send you a different link and you can get discounted products for an entire year and move them in the direction of the associate because of how we're set up now with wholesale retail. Okay. It's just, I want you to think of this like an Amazon membership. I don't mind paying Amazon $149, whatever it is, dollars a year now, if they're going to give me free shipping every time I order. Right? So people aren't going to mind paying that $99 a year if they're going to get discounted products for the entire year. Okay. So kind of help move them in that direction. If they say, no, not interested, I'll just pay the actual regular customer price. No big deal. You still have the customer. Okay. Now, after you've messaged the people that were actually on, then we're going to move to the people who missed it. And your message is going to be this simple. Okay. Hey, Geoff, I didn't see you on the presentation tonight. Can I send you over the replay of that? I don't want you to miss it. It was so good, right? And then you're just going to wait for the person to respond. Here's what I do. Okay. Some of you are going to be like, I don't really want to do that. Well, I'm a red diamond and I do it. So I don't know if you want to make red diamond money or not, but this is what I would do. Okay. If they don't respond to me within about a 24-hour period, my next message is going to be, hey, Geoff, I know it's so crazy busy with the holidays. I went ahead and sent you this link for this replay. After you watch it, just shoot me a thumbs up and let's chat about what your favorite part is. I'm still going to send it, right? I'm going to give them the opportunity to tell me they want it, and then I'm still going to send it. Right? So just congratulations on the no. So just start messaging everybody that was on and then everybody that you invited. Okay. Also, one of the things that you can do, especially if you're brand new, how many of you put a 1 in the chat if you're like pretty new to this industry and you're like, all of this is kind of making me a little nervous, right? One of the really great things that helped me so much in the beginning was utilizing 3-way chats or 3-way phone calls with an upline and just watching what they would say. And this does 2 things. So like, let's just pretend Geoff is my prospect and I'm brand new to the industry. Well, I'm going to message Kylie. Hey, Kylie, I've got a really hot lead on my hands here. His name's Geoff Belleville. I'm going to put him in a 3-way chat with you. Okay. And then I'm going to edify Kylie. I'm going to make them feel so freaking excited to hear from Kylie Rigler. I can't just put them in the chat and say, here's Geoff, here's Kylie. Y'all have fun. Geoff's like, Who's Kylie? Why do I want to hear from Kylie? Right? You've got to be very intentional about edifying the person you're putting them in the chat with and saying, this is Kylie Rigler. She has built teams of over 50,000 people. She's made millions of dollars in this industry. She does it all while raising her children from a farm in Kentucky. Like, stop it right now. Is that not the coolest thing ever? And I'm really, really excited for her to share some of the amazing things about this company with you, Geoff. And then I'm going to introduce Geoff and how I've met Geoff. I met Geoff online over on Instagram. He found me through one of my reels and he's really interested in this or that, whatever we talked about, right? And then I'm going to zip my lips. I'm not going to say anything else. And I'm going to let Kylie take over and do the work from there. And let me tell you why this is, okay? This does two things. Consciously or subconsciously, this does two things with your prospect. The first thing is people are thinking to themselves from the moment you start talking to them, can I do it? Is it worth it? If they think, so wait a minute, I don't have to know all the nitty-gritty details. I just have to put them in the chat with the person and the person tells them the nitty-gritty details. You've already solved, can I do it? Right? And then you're going to let the upline solve, is it worth it? Right? And then you're also going to get better at what you say. You're going to get better at what you say and how you say it by watching what your upline says, okay? So then you might be asking yourself, how do I start a three-way chat? Super simple. Hey, Geoff, I'm going to put you in a chat really quickly with my upline, Kylie, because I'm brand new. I don't even really know what I'm doing yet, but she is the expert. Then once I'm not asking for permission, okay? I'm not saying, Geoff, do you want to be in a chat with a girl named Kylie he never has heard of? No, I'm just putting him in it, right? And then I'm going to edify Kylie in front of him in that chat. Does that make sense? Are we all on the same page here? Give me some twos in the chat if that feels better than just the weirdness, okay? And like with anything else, the more you do it, the more seamless it will go, the easier it will get. The first few times, you're going to feel a little fumbly in the buttons and what you're saying. But I love the saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, okay? If they're showing interest, even if you fumble the ball a little bit, how many of you watch football, right? How many of you watch football? Me too, me too, me too, right? And I just watched the Alabama-Oklahoma game while I was in the West Coast. And, you know, Alabama did a real good job of helping Oklahoma win that game by fumbling the ball, right? Oklahoma won the game and you can still win the game with a fumble. Okay. So don't freak out. It's not that big of a deal, right? How many of you are top leaders on here? All of my top leaders, put in the chat if you've messed up a timer 1,000 in your network marketing career. You said the wrong thing. You did it wrong. Just let me know, right? Because I would have to put all the numbers in the chat, right? All the numbers in the chat because we mess up. And still do to this day. So I hope that, guys, helps you with direction after it's over. And then two, I hope that it gives you the confidence about what you have your hands on to go and continue to share this and do this over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, that's really all we do. It actually, I've seen Sonara and Kylie and Rhonda. I'm looking in the comment, they're moving so fast, that are all top leaders in this industry. And guys, here's the thing. How many of you top leaders would say that kind of what you do is a little bit boring now because you've done it for the same thing for so many years, right? You're sharing the same story. You're telling the same, it's going to feel boring, right? But that's where the money's made, is in keeping it simple and doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again that produce the result that we're all looking for in this industry, which is to build a team. Yes, 50 First Dates, Rhonda, which you probably don't know this, but that's like one of my all-time favorite movies. 25 invites. Way to go, Marcy. Congratulations. And I also don't want you guys to assume that just because I hear this in the field, oh, it's the holidays, people aren't spending money on this, or, oh, it's the economy, people aren't spending money on this. You guys, people are spending a lot of money and they'll spend it with you if you ask them. Okay. Don't be afraid to ask the question. Geoff, what would you add to everything that I just said in your experience and kind of how you do things?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love the third party validation. I think when you integrate the power of understanding that you're not a prophet in your own land, that changed the whole game for me. That's actually how Catherine sponsored me into the industry. Was she got me on the phone with someone, who she built up. There was an edification there, and that was just really, really powerful. And so I think as you're doing these invites, or as you're doing the follow-up, three-way group chats, always make sure to just have that little edification in there for whoever leader is willing to volunteer their time to support you and your business in closing. I think there always needs to be well, thank you so much, Mrs. Dowd, for taking your time to meet with my friends. You're kind of just elevating that conversation. And that to me has just been really beautiful. And so, but other than that, I'm like, geez, this has been so rich. Who else wants to go back and watch the recording and get all these nuggets integrated? This has been amazing. I'm glad we're doing a power hour every week, you guys. This is going to be amazing. Jeez. So I'm stoked. This is going to be beautiful. This overview. I'm so excited to dig into some of the nerdy product details, and then let Tina just absolutely. I mean, this opportunity overview is going to be so special. So anyway, I mean, I'll pass it back to you, Tina. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so excited. And Rhonda just said something that I want to touch on. She said, besides sharing your story, third-party validation is like one of the top tier skills inside network marketing. And so I'll touch a little bit on your story and how it evolves and changes as you evolve and change, and what exactly that even means. I think sometimes we overcomplicate the story. And so in the beginning, my story looked very different than my story looks today, meaning in the beginning, it was I'm just trying to get this thing moving, right? Like I had a feeling after using a product before I had a result. That can be your story. Meaning like I slept better. My tummy wasn't as upset when I went out to eat after I used this product. I was able to earn my investment back in X amount of time is the story. Another thing that you can do, and Rhonda was excellent at this whenever she first came into the business, because she didn't have a Trinot story yet. So she shared my story. She's like, I'm brand new here, but my friend Tina, this is her story, and this is what she's been able to do in her first 6 months. And so you can use your story or the story of others. Really, you should be doing both over and over and over again. I always say, like, how many times do I got to tell somebody I'm a high school dropout, a teenage mom, I lost everything? Like, how many times, right? Until we've touched all the people, until all the people have heard it, right? And so and the only way you're going to get good at telling your story is just to tell it. And then you're going to add layers to it as you grow and as you change. My story looks very different today than it did in, February of 2016 when I joined the industry. So just know that stories are really, really powerful. And another thing that you can do, no matter which of the ATM groups that you're using, you can use the stories in the ATM groups. Here's a fun little top tip for you to re-engage with people. So I'm just making this up. We're just going to say Judy struggles with diabetes. And I know that because she's told me that. I can go search for a post inside the group where someone the products have helped them with that area. And I can say, hey, Judy, I'm just following up with you, girlfriend, because I know you said you were struggling with this. And let me just show you what happened to Megan when she used these products. And then I can send her a screenshot of that testimony and just let her read that, right? Now I'm utilizing someone else's product story to help bring Judy into the business, because I don't have a result in that particular area, but there's plenty of people that do. So you can use your story and you can use other people's stories. And the only way to get good at storytelling is to start telling stories, right? And continue to tell them over and over and over again. That's so good, you guys. Hey, one no and one yes. That's like 50-50 odds right there. You're doing good, right? I love it. That's so good. Yes, people need to know your story. They really, really do. Always share it, because you never know who someone else is struggling, and they may need to know your story to give them hope that they can to accomplish what you did.
Well, geez, and isn't there a company, Tina, that tells stories really well, like Once Upon a Time, and happily ever after. And I don't know, there could be a company out there that
That made, yeah, I
formula.
mean, Disney. I mean, they might be tattooed on me. I don't know. Could be, possibly.
It's the same exact formula that we can use in our business, which is amazing. There's something's wrong, and there's a hero, you know, and it's
Yeah.
just turn out the hero, make the product the hero, you know, and
Yeah.
what's
One
the,
of the things one of my
what's the bad
mentors
guy?
said to me that really, like, it sticks with me to this day, because this is always evolving and changing. You're most equipped to help the person you used to be. So if you just joined Trinot in this industry, you're most equipped to help the person who hasn't joined yet. If you just got a result with Enrich, you're most equipped to help the person that hasn't gotten the result yet and could when you tell them about it. And so if you simplify that little statement and then and just go help the person you used to be. You used to be the person that didn't do network marketing, now you are. You used to be the person that didn't really know about gut health, and now you care and you know, right? Because once we know, we're responsible to go and share it with others. So you're most equipped to help the person you used to be, and that's always evolving and changing, right? And so keep that in the back of your head and ask yourself that each morning. Who can I help? Who can I help? I need to go help the person that is scared to say yes to network marketing because I was scared too. And that's the story you can share, right? Like, I get it. I was scared too. I said no for 18 months. My only regret was that it took me 18 months, right? How many of you that are on here wish you would have said yes sooner? Put a 3 in the chat.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
well, there you, what do you know? What do you know? Everyone wishes they'd have said yes sooner, right? And so go help someone say yes sooner. Because now you know. And here's what you know, guys, I'm telling you, how many of you would agree that have done this before, have been in another company before, you've never seen training or support the way that you get here at Trinot? Put a 4 in the chat if you've never, ever seen the training and support that you get here. And I want you to see all these 4s for a reason, because what we have is truly rare. We don't just say that because we're here. It's not like we think we have the prettiest baby and we're just telling everybody and our baby's really ugly, right? We're saying that because it's actually true. We have the prettiest baby. We really, really do. And all of these 4s are confirmation that you have the prettiest baby. And so all you have to do is go out there and tell the world about the support and the training that you get, because those are some of the reasons people are terrified to either start or start over, because they don't think that they're going to have support and training to help them get to where they want to be. And all of these people just told you they've never seen anything like this anywhere else. It really is very, very, very special. Congratulations, Tina, on inviting 10 and 1 yes so far.
So good.
And oh goodness, 290 people. That is so incredible.
I know, and I'm almost like, you know, I know maybe some guests are trying to hop into, so I'm like,
I know, and I don't know the name, so I'm just leaving them alone because Kylie warned me. I'm like, oh yeah, I better just not. I better just stop pushing the admit button, because at this point we're
You know what
at
I'm
9
saying?
minutes.
I'm like, well, maybe we just lock it at
Yeah,
maybe
I think
30
we
minutes
lock it in.
time
I
or
think the
something.
290 that are on here,
For the giveaway, they're the ones.
yep. And then so Geoff's
Cool.
going to be doing this. He's going to put in a number, random generator, and whatever number it chooses, we're just going to look down the list of participants, and we're going to choose that way. That way it's just fair. So if you showed up, then you have the opportunity to win. And then once he chooses your name, all you have to do is send me a message, because I'm going to mail this to you tomorrow. Send me a message on Facebook and just say, hi, I'm the winner of the Stanley mug, with your complete address, and I will send this out to you tomorrow. Okay. And then what I would do too, after this is over, because we're going to shut it completely down and then we'll come back on for the presentation, is don't stop sending messages, right? The person that talks to the most people in this industry actually are the people that win. Okay.
So good.
I
Okay.
know, it's your not Stanley. I know. I bought, my husband was like, you don't even like those. Why are we buying so many? Whenever I was at was it TLA? TLA, yeah. And I was like, because other people love them and we're gonna use them as giveaways. That's why people will fight for them. Yay,
I
Desiree.
saw you
Congratulations.
in that diamond line with a bunch of I'm like, Tina really likes those Stanley movies. I'm
He
kidding.
doesn't. I think they're, look, here's what I figured. They're heavy, and then you put the liquid in them and they're more heavy. It's, I mean, I could work out, I could build muscles with them, but
Weapon.
it's just not my cup of tea.
I love it. Okay, so what I did was I went into, because there's a lot of people on here, I figured I'm gonna go into a random letter generator. So we have chosen the letter of the first name of the winner. And then I went into those letters and chose a random number of those letters. Just gotta love it. So so I need like a digital, like, little drum roll, please, because we do have a winner. Should we just go ahead and make that announcement? The
Yes.
winner of the Stanley mug today is Holly Hoffman. Congratulations. That's amazing. You can unmute and woohoo if you want to.
I said it. Thank you so much. I never win.
Congratulations.
I love it. Today is your
Yeah, hey,
day.
you did win. So you do win.
Yay, I do win. You're right. I
You're
win.
the winner.
People joining tonight on the presentation, so I'm really winning.
I love it. So good. Congratulations to everyone. You guys came and you're leaving with something amazing. I want to acknowledge everyone who hopped in here and put some work ethic into this thing. So, so grateful. This was so much fun. This was one of my favorite power hours ever before. So I'm excited to see all of you back here again, here in just a pretty short hour and 6 minutes.
And here's what I would recommend that you do. One last tip before we jump off here tonight is this. Next Monday, you're going to get to do this again with 2 different leaders. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make it your mission to bring 3 people from your team back with you on here. You go back and tell them how amazing it was and all of the nuggets and the tips that you learned, because the more people that you can get on these, the better. Okay, so let's get these things maxed out each and every Monday, but that's going to require you to go personally invite some of those people, kind of drag them with you. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you're like, come on, we're all going to the Taylor Swift concert. That's what we're doing. I know you don't really care about Taylor Swift, but we're going to the Taylor Swift concert, and they get to the Taylor Swift concert and they have a good time, right? You're going to get them here and they're going to have a good time. So get them here. You bring them with you next time, and you're not only going to win, but you're going to help others win by just kind of give them the little nudge that they need to show up on the Power Hour. Okay.
So good. I love it. And hey, the guests who come on board tonight, since that enrollment bundle was extended through tonight, they'll probably be able to participate Monday as well. Imagine the snowball effect. So, all right. Well, I don't know if you want to have final word, Tina, but I'm so excited.
I'm good.
Awesome. Well, bless you guys. Have an awesome rest of your next hour, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.